I recently read an article outlining various design principles for ecological engineering. The article suggests 5 design principles to guide good practice of ecological engineering. Among these principles, there was one concept that stood out to me. It seemed to rear away from traditional ways of thinking about engineering and more classical ideas about what we might consider in a design. The idea is to incorporate and acknowledge the values and purposes that motivate design. Initially this sounds straightforward, and maybe not particularly revolutionary, but then I thought about it some more. Wait a minute, a value, but not money or material? Using the word value to represent something other than economical assets is new to my understanding of engineering. Consider this quote. Goals such as connection to place, equity, sustainability, and aesthetics are as important as material output. I know it's all getting a bit spiritual and whimsical, but there is some substance to what I'm saying. When most people think of the principles an engineer considers when developing a design, I don't think connection to place enters one's mind, but it should. I think this phrase emphasizes how modern engineering needs to recognize humanity as an inseparable part of natural ecosystems. Connection to place also recognizes the spiritual or cultural significance and connection that an individual or community has with the environment. And this is an important move forward in our consideration. I think sometimes we forget that humans are animals. We evolved collaborative learning and developed tools and machines to build civilizations, and now these civilizations are our reality. I for one feel a bit stuck sometimes. A daydream of a nomadic lifestyle, off the grid and away from it all. That seems like living the dream to me when I walk through the concrete corridors in the city. I feel very disconnected. The growth and consumption of modern communities has resulted in great damage to natural ecosystems over a very short period of time. Our ancestors evolved in a pristine environment, and I think that connecting with the natural world still causes people to feel something very unique, and that is worth preserving. Some people like to go walking, or take a kayak out in the river in the afternoon, or even leave the city for the weekend to find quiet, unspoiled environments. There is a longing in our society for a connection with the natural world, so why do we spend so much time developing buildings and systems that destroy it? This connection is not physical and has no material outputs, but it has a great influence on how people respond to a place, and this is certainly something worth thinking about when considering engineering design. In my blog below, I talk about a culture that I think has a very unique connection to the environment, and how I think this can inspire modern ways of thinking about engineering design. These concepts extend from the way we use materials and design buildings to our farming and land use practices, encouraging the use of native crops and aquaculture. A deep appreciation of the interconnectedness of all living things and an understanding of the value the land gives us in a spiritual and cultural level is a crucial consideration in modern engineering. Let's embrace our connection to place.